Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a what's for dinner video. If you are new, my name is Andrea, and typically on Sundays I do upload what's for dinner videos. So if you like that kind of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and let's jump into the first recipe. This recipe doesn't technically have a name. But it basically is just linguiça sausage, which is a Portuguese sausage, potatoes, peppers, onions, and eggs. So what I like to do is I like to chop up the linguiça really small, and also I'm just using the potatoes O'Brien. You can use regular chopped up potatoes or pretty much any potatoes that you like. Next, I'm just going to be whisking up some scrambled eggs. Depending on how many people you're trying to feed, you can adjust this recipe accordingly, but I'm just using 4 eggs. Next, I'm going to just add a tiny splash of milk. Then I'm going to season my eggs with garlic salt, a little bit of paprika, and some black pepper. And then you'll just whisk it all together. Now you're going to dice up half of a green pepper, and then you're going to dice up about a third of a white or yellow onion. Now that you have all your veggies chopped up, you're going to add about a tablespoon of butter. I am using plant butter, but you can use whatever whatever butter you prefer. And then I'm just going to add those chopped peppers and onions directly to that pan and just saute them until they're a little bit tender. You don't want to overcook it because you are going to continue cooking them once you add the eggs. And of course, I am going to season the veggies with some garlic salt and also a little bit of pepper. Now you are going to add in your eggs. Just pour them right over top of the veggies and just kind of let it sit for a minute. Now that the sausage and potatoes are done, I'm just going to add them on top of the egg and veggie mixture, and then I'm going to combine everything together just to make sure everything is evenly distributed and ready to be plated. So that is my version of linguiça and eggs, and I do sometimes top this with a little bit of cheese just to give it a little extra flavor, and that is what's for dinner. So on this night, I'm just making an easy barbecue chicken, baked beans, and I also am making some sweet potatoes in the microwave. It really doesn't get much simpler than that. I just seasoned my chicken with salt, pepper, and paprika. As I said, I popped the sweet potatoes in the microwave. So easy. Definitely recommend this if you're not weird about the microwave. And then I topped the sweet potatoes with some brown sugar, some butter, and some honey. And easy peasy, that's what's for dinner. So in case you guys haven't noticed, I tend to use my air fryer for literally any and everything I possibly can. So this night I am making air fryer pork chops. I am just placing them in the sprayed pan, and then I'm going to give them a little spritz of some cooking spray. I'm going to season them with paprika, garlic salt, and onion powder. And lastly, I'm going to just add some black pepper as well. So next I'm going to chop up some zucchini, and I'm going to be sauteing this with some olive oil, some garlic salt, and some black pepper. Definitely make sure you do not burn or overcook the zucchini because it can tend to get really soggy since it is a water-based vegetable. I also whipped up some mashed potatoes, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to the zucchini and the mashed potatoes, and that is what's for dinner. Mwah, delicious. So on this night, I decided to make smothered potatoes, barbecue chicken, and vegetable casserole. So what you're going to need for the potatoes is a package of baby potatoes, and you're going to just poke holes in them to make them be able to cook evenly. You're going to pop them in the oven and cook them until they are tender. Again, I'm using my air fryer to make the barbecue chicken. What's new? Not much. I'm just going to season with salt, pepper, garlic, and cook that in the air fryer until it is ready for the barbecue sauce. Now I'm just going to brush on some of this Carolina barbecue sauce that I picked up from Aldi, just making sure the chicken is evenly coated. Next, I'm just gonna pop it back in the air fryer and continue cooking it until it's ready. So for the vegetable casserole, you're gonna need a whole bag of the mixed vegetables. You're gonna need a half a cup of Duke's mayonnaise. Yes, you need to use Duke's mayonnaise. No other mayonnaise will do. And once you've added the veggies and the mayonnaise, you're just gonna mix everything together. Trust me, this is good. I know you guys are like, what? Mayonnaise, vegetables, ew. But trust me, it is delicious. Now you are going to season it with some salt, some pepper, and some onion powder. Now, typically I would dice up some fresh onion and put that in there, but honestly, I was just so exhausted this day, so I didn't feel like cutting up anything extra. So my potatoes are now ready for smashing. So I'm just taking this beater and just smashing up all the potatoes. And then you will see next why they're called smothered potatoes, because we're going to smother them with some yummy goodness. So now I'm going to salt, garlic, and pepper them. And then I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil and go over each and every potato. And then I'm going to smother them in cheese. And once they're all covered with cheese, you're going to pop them back in the oven until your cheese is gooey and crispy and just delicious. Okay, so now back to my veggie casserole. I'm going to be adding some cheddar cheese directly to the top of the casserole. You're also going to need half a sleeve of Ritz crackers, and you're going to basically just smash and crumble up the crackers, and you're going to sprinkle them directly over the top of the cheese, making sure everything is even. And lastly, which is one of my favorite parts, you're gonna melt about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter, just depending on how fat you want it. I'm using a tablespoon of plant butter, so I'm trying to make it healthy in certain areas, but you know, it is what it is. So you're just gonna drizzle that all over the crackers on the top. And then you're just gonna pop that in the oven and cook it until the cheese is nice and crispy. So these are the potatoes. As you can see here, everything is melty and just looking delicious. These were so good. Even the little like crispy part of the cheese was just so tasty. So this is everything all plated up: the veggie casserole, the barbecue chicken, and the smothered potatoes. I decided to have a White Claw because, as I said, this night I was very tired. That is my what's for dinner for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for being my kind of weird. Bye!